So I've already got set up my final project groups for my class. I'm going to go ahead and create those in Katie as well. I'm going to go to the gear icon, choose More, go to the Users tab, click on Groups. You'll see I've already got some groups created for my discussion boards, but I'm going to go ahead and create groups for my final project. Auto create groups is a great way to create multiple groups at one time. For the naming scheme, I will call them final project groups. And then I have these numbered, so I'm going to use a hashtag, so it will be final project group 1, final project group 2, and final project group 3. If you're using letters A, B, and C, then you use the @ symbol instead. I'm going to use the hashtag. So I'm going to auto create based on number of groups. Like I said, I know I've got 3 groups so far. And for allocate members, I have already assigned students to groups, so I'm going to say no allocation. I'm just creating the groups right now, and then I will allocate students to them after I've created them. Expand the grouping section to create a new grouping, and I will call it Final Project Groups, and submit. You can see that I now have 3 final project groups with no students in them. So I'm going to go to Final Project Group 1 and add remove users. This will allow me to assign students to groups. So for Final Project Group 1, I had student 1, 2, and 3. We're all in Final Project Group 1. To highlight multiple students, you can hold down your Control or Apple key as you click them and then go ahead and add. Once I've done that, I can go back to groups. So I can see Final Project Group 1 now has 3 students in it, 1, 2, and 3. Group 2, I will add remove users. 4, 5, and 6. Add. Back to groups. And group 3, add remove users. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And add those students and back to groups. So now that I have my final project groups, I can go back to my course page and turn editing on. And now this project source is something that my students will be submitting as a group. So I can go to the Edit button, Edit Settings. And in Common Module Settings, I can set this to separate groups. And then for the grouping, choose. This is the final project groups that they will be submitting in. That's why it's really important to also create a grouping when you create a group. And save and return to course.